Blessings. Blessings to all, even those who seem to have departed. So, the topic today is the journey from fear to love. And the first question you might ask is, do I have to get on that bus? And the answer is, of course not. Of course not. Because Spirit never dictates what you do. It simply chooses to allow all things. All things. That is such a powerful, powerful statement, because what we have said for eons is, how could God allow that to happen? And the reason that that is so is that divine love, which is our essence, divine love allows all things, trusts all things, embraces all things, and thereby transcends all things. Because in the end, we are spirit. We are not bodies. We simply are not that. We are spirit. And so, if we want to live our best life, it seems appropriate to pattern our thinking and our being after divine love, because that is the secret to being happy for no reason, happy, joyous, and free, just because that's who you are. You are free. And there is nothing that you can do to change that, because life is eternal and divine love is the backbone of all that we experience. So you might ask, well, why are we here? One answer is that we are here to experience the absence of love as a catalyst to help us to learn to be love. And the ego thought system is the mechanism by which we experience the absence of love. As the Upanishad was read this morning, there's ego is the voice for fear, and love is the voice for God. And we are always, always at choice. But first, we have an important question to answer. And it was first posed by Albert Einstein. And he said the most important question that humans can ask: is the universe a friendly place? And that determines how you see the world. If the universe is a friendly place, and I submit that it is, that is because Spirit has our back. Spirit knows that in the end, we are simply spirit having a human experience, learning to be the love that we are. Joshua often says to us course students Be the love that you are. Don't go in search of love. Be the love that you already are. Now, how do we do that? How conceivably could we do that? Well, one of the things that we have to do is to unwind the tenacious grip that our ego thought system has on us. The ego is simply the collection of thoughts that you hold about yourself. That is what your ego is. And that collection of thoughts has been accumulated over lifetimes, traumas, dissings. Have you ever been dissed? Did you believe that somebody was right when they dissed you? Well, guess what? Those thoughts, those negative thoughts that we hold about ourselves are nothing but lies. And so we're required to do this inquiry, to discover what it is that we think about ourselves and see whether it's true. You ask the question, is it true? Is it universally true? Are you really worthless? Of course not. Of course not. Somebody might think you are, but you just simply say, well, I see you have an opinion that I don't share. That's all. And that is the secret to unwinding this grip that the ego has on us. Whenever you feel an upset, a judgment, know that you are having a thought behind that upset, behind that judgment, that's probably not true. Almost surely it isn't true. When it comes to judging, there's no conceivable way that we have enough information to ever judge anything. It's just not possible. We don't know what people have been, how they've been raised, what experiences they've had, how many other lifetimes they've had. We can't possibly know all that we need to know to be the judge. So it's important to let go of judgments. And if it's difficult for you to perceive that spirit, God, Allah, so many names, same thing. There's only one divinity. It doesn't matter what you call it. You can even call him Fred if you want to call him Fred. Hey, Fred, how you doing? Fred will say, I'm just fine, thank you. But we're required in this process of becoming attuned to divine love to allow life to be as it is. But we often say, this shouldn't happen. Well, if it's happening, it should happen. I mean, that's just no other way around it. If you resist what's happening, you are causing your own suffering. Pain is almost universal. Pain is inevitable. Suffering is totally optional. Suffering is that, oh, why did this have to happen to me? That's the cause of suffering. So if, perchance, just on an off chance, that you want to have a life free of suffering, free of regrets, and to be joyous and free all the time, you have to do what? You have to look at the thinking that's going on in your mind and gently say to your ego thoughts, you know, that's not really true. I'm just going to let go of that thought. You know, you don't resist it, because what you resist persists. So resist not evil. Just let it dissipate. Let it go away gently. And tune in to the actual love that you are. You are that. You are infinite, unconditional love, and you have no opportunity to change that, because that was the Creator's gift to us. Also gave us free will, and the free will allows us to experience the ego thought system and to be angry and judgmental and fearful and all of the things that are tied up in that concept. It's said that there are only two root human emotions. One is love, and the other is fear. And all other human emotions derive from one or the other. The wonderful, loving emotions are legion: happy, joyous, free, dancing, singing, all of those wonderful things that we do. And all the negative emotions derive from fear: greed, lust, control, all of those things that get in the way of being the love that we are. Henry Ford said, "Believe you can, believe you can't. Either way, you're right." And that's the secret to this. If you believe that the universe is a friendly place, if you believe that Spirit has your back, there is nothing to worry about. There is literally nothing to fear. Oh, sure, the body can disappear. The bag of bones can get decrepit and age and fall apart. Might even come down with a disease. Might even be terminal. But that's not the end of the world, because life is eternal. Since life is eternal, you, the divine essence of you, lives forever. Forever and ever. And so there is nothing to fear. And the secret to experiencing happy, joyous, and free for just no reason at all is to tune in to the essence of divine love and let go of your ego's thought system. You are love and nothing else. And in any moment that you behave, speak, or perceive yourself to be other than love, you have used the power of your awareness to decide against the kingdom of God. And you are the one who gets to suffer for that. You must come into your own divine nature to see that in perfect innocence, there is not anything else to do but to love. To love without fear, to love by extending perfect freedom to all of creation to be and to do what it wants to be and do. Heaven awaits you. Love waits on your welcome. Yet that welcome is but the decision to finally embrace yourself and to live the truth that has already set you free. For there is no other doorway to the perfect freedom you have sought for such a long, long time. Only love can set you free. And so it is. That's my opinion today.
Yeah, but are you sticking to it?
I
I said, yeah, but are you sticking to it?
oh, yeah.